the self-test quizzes, I'm guaranteeing for you the full mark, because most of the quizzes is basically same as the self-test quiz. Okay, so let's start. Okay. First of all, for this question, write an octave program to plot the following functions. We have this equation, y equal log of x, and the x is between -10 and 12 with 50 points. When I'm going to octave here, the first thing that I want to talk about is what are the variables? Anyone have any idea what are the variables, or nobody know what are the variables are? Sorry. Okay. Anyone, guys? I hate Teams. Okay. What you are saying, Hussein, is the whole code. I was meaning only the variable. Yes, Zainab, it's like a memory allocation, like a equal to 1. Exactly. The variable is like however, the name that I am writing here, and I am assigned to it a value. This value could be 1. This value could be a command, whole command, like what Hussein just wrote, linspace, and then the okay, I'll write here the linspace rule, x1, x2, and n. Okay, so this is a variable. This is a variable. The variable is just any name. You are assign a value to it. Okay, and it's worked like allocation memory. So for our code here, I have a variable x. X is equal to linspace, and then we will have this rule, x1, x1, x2, and n. What are x1, x2, and n? Can you see here? The x is between -1 and between 12. The minus 10. The -10 will act as x1, and the 12 will act as x2. The points are the n. So here will be -10, and here will be 12, and here will be 100. Come 100 صح. Oh, sorry, 50. 50 points, okay? The linspace basically is just like a linear space. It's for plotting. We are just using the linspace for plotting, okay? I put the semicolon, then I will write the function. The function as it mentioned in the question. Y equal to log of, log of x, so 3. Okay. Now I will do the plotting. First of all, I will just mention why I am putting the semicolon. The semicolon is just something like, terminating the statements. For example, just to make the things clarified, A equal to 1, B equal to 4, C is equal to A multiplied by B. Okay. Now here, when I'm not putting any semicolon and I want to run, okay, let's run this one. Okay. When you are running an octave, you will do add directory to load path. I suppose that at this stage, all of you have already tested to use the octave, but just to make sure. No screen. No screen for all of you guys, or can you see the octave or not? It's okay for me. Okay. Hussein, maybe it's something with your network. Okay, no problem. Let's continue. So when I am doing C equal to A multiplied by B and I run the command. When I run it, I go here. As you see, A equal to 1, B equal to 4, C, because as I mentioned, it was A multiplied by B. So 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. Okay. Now, if I put a semicolons here and I will run again, it's just giving me C equal to 4. That means that the semicolon is just like terminating this statement. I am terminate this statement. So when I do run, I click on run. In the command window, it will not show. This will help you if we have a multiple, like if statement, and we will see this after. If a statement without semicolon, it will print over and over the things and it will look so messy. So because we want the things to be more clarified, we use the semicolon. Okay. This is just an example. Let's go to our code. Now, here we will use something called a plot. What is a plot? It's just like you are plotting a graph, okay? As you can see, when you just enter the first letters of the command that you want, Octave already will give you a hint for the بقية command, okay? So, plot, I will do plot for Y, for X and Y. This one, the X, it represents the X-axis. If you can see here in the graph, we have X-axis and we have Y-axis, okay? So X is basically, when we are doing the length space, it should be on the X-axis. And Y, with the equation that already given in the question, will be on the Y-axis. So we have a plot of X and Y, okay? Then I will do something like title. In every plotting question, and believe me, you will have definitely a plotting question in the midterm. In every plotting question you have, just type 3 main things. Before anything, title, X label, Y label. This one will going on through every plotting question you will do, okay? The title will be like a graph of this equation, the X label, and the Y label. In the X label, we'll select X values. And in the Y label, we'll see like function values. This is, I think, the one that already mentioned in the, okay, so when I do run, it will gives me an output. This one is the graph. As you can see in the question here, they are giving me this one and this one. Okay, only A and B are the same. They are the same. Don't go just through the numbers and see what is the difference. It's all about the title. Here there is a title, there is Y label, X label. Here there is not. So basically the answer will be A. Okay. For plotting question, all good? Everything is clear? Okay, perfect. Let's continue. For the second question, it says that a shop selling balloons, okay, the price of the balloon is 10 fils. When you buy more than 100 items, the price becomes 8 fils. If you buy more than 400 items, the price becomes 7. More than 1,000, the price becomes 5 fils. So they want me to write an Octave program that will read in the numbers of balloons bought and then display the total price. Then select the correct answers when the number of balloons sold is 20, 300, and 1,100. Okay. To start up for this question, first of all, I like to highlight the main things in the question. Like before I'm just going through the code, I have to know what I am going to write. What are the things that I am going to write and how to solve this question. Okay. Excuse me just a minute. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so basically I have to know what is the question is about. It's so obviously that we will use if statement here. Neither than they are already saying if, so I will understand by default that this is an if statement because I have more than condition. If you just see a question with a multiple conditions, directly it will be an if statement. Okay, so for this question, it can be do in a multiple ways, but for myself, I prefer the way that I am going to do for you. First of all, the balloons, so let's create a variables called balloons. Just like that. Opa, okay. This balloon. Okay. So the balloon, this number, I will write it in every time differently. What does that mean? That means that the number of balloons sometimes should be 20, 300, and 1,100. It's mean like the user, he or she will input the number of the balloons. Like I have no ideas. I can't just say like balloons equal to 20 and that's it. No, because every time the user will write a different number. For this, we will use a command called input. Input means that we are telling the user, asking the user to input the variable. It is even if it was like a number or string or however. Okay, so we will set like input and then enter a number. Because before I just go through this, I want to explain something, but let me ask you first. Anyone here know what are the data types and what are the difference between each one of them? Does anyone does not know what are the data types? Please, if no one knows, feel free to say no. I will be more than happy to explain it. Because this is so important to know the data type before going through the Octave or any other programming language. Perfect, Abdullah. Okay. The data types basically is like, or let's say that we have, okay, we have more than one data type. Data type, it's like what it is what is it exactly? Okay. For Octave and for other programming language, we have, I will tell you the three main data types that you will have here. We have integer, we have a float or double, and we have something called string. What is the difference between each data type of them? Integer is like 4 or 7 or 9 or 700 or 5,000 or however the number is, okay? So integer is basically like a full numbers without anything with them. The float, it will be like 5.7 or 8.5 or point بطيخ, okay? So it will be in a decimal format. For the string will act as a character. The string in octave can be in double quotes or can be in single quotes. Both of them are the same. Okay, so it's all up to you if you want to use the double quotes or the single quotes. What is written here is taking as string, as kalam. Okay, only words. Like what I am writing here. Enter a number. This considered as a string. When I remove this one will not work because it will say that it will pass the enter a number as a parameter. I am passing it through the brackets. But because I want it just as words, just as a sentence to ask the user to enter a number, I will put it between the double quote just to make it more clear. Let's say that A is equal to, you remember the, okay. Here we were saying that A is equal to 1, B is equal to 4, C is equal to A multiplied by B. But when I am doing like H is equal to 1, okay? And R is equal to 5. And D is equal to H multiplied by R. Okay, when I run this command, it will gives me that the C is 4 because 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. But here, 5 multiplied by 1 should give me a 5, but it gives me 2,597. This is not the value of 1. It's not taking the 1 as a number, it's taking the 1 as a character. And each character in octave, and we will talk about this later, each character in octave have a Unicode for it, have a value for it. So 1, okay, خلنا نشيل هاي ونشوف. Okay, it will not show. Okay, yes, obviously it will not. Okay, sorry. The value is 1. The value of 1, it will gives me, I don't know what is the number, but it will be واضح إن it will be a large number. By 5 multiplied by 1 will give me 2,597. So what I'm trying to say is this one is a character and this one is a number. We cannot do mathematical operations within the string. Octave will take this as a string and will take this as a number. Exactly. Okay, I was not about to say that word because, okay, so you know the ASCII value and you know the like the ISO 652, I don't know what's the dictionary number of it. Okay, however, no, okay, that's why I didn't say the ASCII value because I don't think that all students here know what is the ASCII value. So just understand it as I say it, okay? Now let's back to our code here. Enter a number. So this is basically the string. Okay. Enter a number. And I want to try something with you. Okay. If I'm saying here, I will just run this command. And you will see here, enter a number. Let's see, 20. Okay. And obviously nothing has happened, just like balloon equal to 20. If I put the terminate and throw this and write 20 again, it will not give me this balloon is equal to 20. Okay. Now, can you see that the 20 is so close to the last word here? And I don't want to do this. I want to be like, to have a space between the number that I will input and the last word here. So I will use something, and I noticed that a lot of students are just like in my last passenger sessions, they are using it because just the tutor is doing it without knowing that why they are doing it. So it is this one. This T, this is a backslash or forward slash, however, this is slash with the T, okay, it will give tab. This is mean tab. The slash T means tab. Like when I do run, can you see here, there is a space between the last word and between the number that I am putting. Okay, if I don't want it like that, if I want it to be in a new line, I will use N. N means a new line. When I'm running now the command, I am writing 20 in a new line. This is just to make the things easier for you وto be يعني مرتب أحلى. Okay. So we just have a variable called balloon to enter the number of the balloons. Now, if we will start with the if statement. The question said that the price of balloon is 10 fils. That's mean the normal price of it, it's 10 fils. But if you are buying more than 100, it will be 8 fils. So first of all, I will do a condition, which is if balloon, sorry, but I have to check because okay, less than. I still confused, by the way, between the less than and larger than, that's why. Okay, so less than 100. Editor. Okay, this is a good question, Dalal. When we write in the command and when we write in the editor. First of all, anyone here is not speaking Arabic? Or all of you are speaking Arabic? Any non-speakers Arabic here? Okay. Okay, I would consider this as no. حلو فنقدر نقط بالعربي شوي. Okay, Sumaya. Okay, no problem. So Dalal was asking that when we can write in the command window and when we can write in the editor. This is a so important question. Guys, anything you are writing in the command window, I'm writing here, I will use one command, okay? Character of, okay, when I close Octave, let me do this, okay. Okay, I don't want to close it. If I close Octave now, okay, everything I am writing in the command window will basically disappear. In the editor, and this is important for your midterm, that each question that you will be given to do in the Octave, you should not do it in the command window. You should do it in the editor. Because when I am doing something in command window and I'm writing the codes and the codes and the codes, and then I am saving this file and send it, like upload it in the midterm, when the tutor will open it, he will see nothing. If you did not write in the editor and write in the command window, you will get 0. So everything you have to write it within the editor, not with the command window. Okay, this is so important question. Thank you, Dela. So let's continue now. If balloons equal to, less than 100. Okay. What will happen? The number of, the price will be 10 fils. Okay. And we are here talking in 10 fils format. Okay. So I will have a variable. I will call it T, for example. And now I will say that the balloon will be multiplied. The number of the balloons will be multiplied by 0.010. This is the format of like 1BD to like 1BD. It will be like this, right? So the 10 fils format will be like this. And because they want it in BD format, can you see here the output with BD? So I have to write it in the specific form for it. So now I will print it. I will display. If any user just take less than 100 balloon, I will display this T. So I will use something called printf. Okay. I will set, they wanted, let's do the same as they are doing, just putting the number with BD. Okay. Now, it says here BD. Here we will write something like percentage I. What is the percentage I, you think, guys? Anyone have any idea what is the percentage I? Exactly. It is integer. I will not use display. Why? Because if I am using this one, it will not work on the display. It should be like a printf. Display is just something like that. I can, again, I can say here that I want to display the C, because displaying the C is just I'm passing the variable over here and that's it. I'm not printing a statement. But because I want to print a statement, I want to print a statement, I will use printf and this. The percentage I, that's mean, okay, let's just continue this one just to understand it. Okay, the code will be like this. What do we mean by this one here? Sorry, children noise. Okay. So, this one is a percentage I. I is meaning integer. This means that I want this thing is passes through the T. Again, here I am calculating the T equal to the balloon multiplied by 10 fils. For example, they are already giving me in the question 20. If I want, I'm a customer and I'm coming to have 20 balloons. 20 balloons multiplied by 10 fils. That means that each balloon's price is 10 fils. Okay. Now I want you to pass this number, whatever is calculated here will be written in here. Okay. I understand as an octave. Octave understand that the percentage I is integer. Okay, but this one is for what? This integer is for what? What you are trying to say. I'm trying to say that this percentage I, the integer, I want the calculation that happens in T, I will pass it here. So that means that the T, whatever the calculation in here, it will be stored in the percentage I. Is this part is clear? Yes, it can be display number to string, but why should I do all of this? This is the easiest way. Here you are converting the number to a string. And this means that then when I want to do something with that number, this calculation, I can't do anything because it will be string. I will tell you now what is the difference between the integer and f. I want to try it. F means the float. If I put here f, it will be float. I is for integer, f is for the float. We will try with the other f conditions, we will try the f, like percentage f, just to make you see the difference between the percentage I and percentage f. Okay, so this is for the first condition. Now, the second condition, I will have with else if. Make sure that there's no space between else and if. As you see, Octave will not give you an error message within the code. It works, it's a blue, it looks perfectly, but make sure that it's else if. I'm just preferring that when you are typing, whatever is showing here is just click on it and choose it. Okay, so else if. Now, the condition is like if I buy more than 100 items. Okay, if I'm just saying else if balloons is, okay, this is less than, so that's mean, okay, 100. If the balloons is more than 100. If you can see that the other condition is said here, if I buy more than 100, it will give, the price will be 8 fills. And if I buy more than 400, it will become 7 fills. So I want to create a condition that will say, if I want to buy, if the balloons is more than 100 and less than 400. Like I am giving a range for this condition. If the number of balloons is more than 100 and less than 400, the price will be 8 fills. Okay, so if I want to write it down, first of all, let's do it like this. If the balloon is less than or equal to 100, then this one will be 101. Okay. Now, because I will have two conditions in the same line, I will use AND operators. AND operator will be same as this one, double AND. Okay, AND operator. Now I will again write the variable name. If I just writing and less than or equal to 400, this one will not work because Octave is stupidly stupid. Okay, it will not understand that this condition is refers to balloon that I'm already writing it in this condition. Okay, so I have to write this again. Balloon is less than or equal to 400. Okay, now I will give it another variable. Make sure that the variables that you are doing here are not the same. I cannot just type T here because it will be so confused and it will, by default, it will not give me an error. I don't know in the command window it will give me an error or not, but here in the editor it will not give me an error. But when I'm running the command هو بيتلخبط الكود بيتلخبط نفسه. Okay, so let's say S is equal to balloon multiplied by, it will be an 8 fills. I'm again printing. Okay, and here I'm passing S. Now we will follow the same structure, the same concept, but with changing the numbers. So else if, here it will be 401 until, okay, so it's more than 400 and less than 1000. So here will be, sorry, 1000, okay? And the balloons will be 7. I will change the, oh, sorry, R, okay? And here the passes will be R. The same thing. Okay, I will do it for here. Now it's just saying that if you borrow more than 1000, the price become 5. So we will have now only one condition, because even if you are buying 1000 or 2000, they are the same price. The balloon, each balloon will be 7 fills. Okay, so here I'm just saying that it is net. Okay, like that. Yes, like it is more than, this is more, yes, okay, more than or equal to 1001, and it will become 5. I'm changing the name here. Okay, and I'm just changing here, let's see, U. Okay, and here U. Just to set a difference, I will putting here percentage F, so you can see the difference. Okay, now I'm just ending the if statement that I have. As you can see, I didn't write else, because in the if conditions, we write like if, else, and then we are ending the if. Here, I didn't write any else. It's totally fine to not have like an open condition. Else is used like when I write else here, which means that anything will be rather than these conditions. So because they didn't give me any else condition, I will not put the else. Okay. So here I'm just ending the F, and that's it. Here, enter a number. They are telling me, as in the question, 20. Okay, I don't like this one, because can you see that it's starting again in here? So I can do it like N. Okay، معلش الترتيب فوق كل شيء. So N. Okay, I'm running the code. Enter a number, it will be 20. Okay, cool. It gives me 0.2 BD. Now, if I want to run it again, rather than going here and click on the run, and however, I'm just the arrow, the up arrow. Okay, when I am enter it, it will give me this is the file name, and then I'm doing enter. So the up arrow and enter, it will run the command again. So now it's a 300, then 1100. Okay, can you see the difference here? This was an integer percentage I, and this one is percentage I. This one is percentage F. Can you see that there's more decimal numbers that I really don't want? Okay, so that's it. I think that there is already 0.2, 2.4, and 5.5. Just don't confuse that, because there's another question, like, sorry, another answer, 2.4.2, 5.5. They are just doing it in not in order. This one is order. This is for 20, this is for 300, this is for 1100. Just make sure, because يعني haram to use this marks for this mistake, because I already remember one of the students who lost 4 marks only for this, because like she writes the code perfectly, but because she chose the wrong answer, she lost the 4 marks. It's already recorded, Kalim. It's already recorded. Okay. So this is for this question. Okay. Now, write an Octave program